talk about something really serious. Why I personally have given up on getting married and having kids, and why I probably suggest it for you as well. It's kind of a dense topic. I wouldn't say I'm proud of this, that I've come to this conclusion. Look, my mom chose to have me, and that's the only reason I'm here. So for me to be putting an end to it, of the cycle of having more and more kids, it's pretty serious. It's pretty terrible, really, kind of, isn't it? It feels a little weird, but it's true, and it's how I feel. And it's kind of also based on what's happening in the world. When you look at the news, you see World War III, famine, terrible. The news is absolutely awful right now. How can you bring a child into a world that's actively imploding? Because the worse things get, I feel like the less and less people are going to want to have kids. And maybe I am looking too much at this half full glass of water as a glass half empty. Tell me in the comments below. Let me know what you think. But me personally, I've always been skeptical of the idea of marriage and having kids. I see it as a bondage. I have a lot of goals in my life, and those just aren't two of them. I come from a very conservative family in North Carolina. I was raised by very unconventional parents, though. And when I was 12, I was allowed to unschool, which is like a homeschooler, but with total freedom. So I dived into the world of music. I became a professional poet. I have lived a really interesting life full of traveling and meeting interesting people, philosophers, and all kinds of fun stuff. So it's hard to convince me to settle down. It really is. Because look at the world. This is an exciting place. Right now I'm in Thailand. There's crazy temples, and they remind me of my spiritual goals. Ultimately, my spirituality is my number one thing in life. Because at the end of the day, you don't get to take any of your money, any of your experiences with you when you go. And that goes for kids and marriage as well. At the end of the day, at the end of your life, I believe that it's the quality of your mind that matters, that goes into the next life and saves your progress like a video game so that you can continue on your journey towards your own personal enlightenment. I believe in what the Buddha taught. I'm not a Buddhist, but I take refuge in the Buddha. And I practice meditation seriously. And I practice 2 hours a day. Vipassana is a serious undertaking. And right now, I am more serious than ever. Because the way that the world is going, I don't see any answers outside of me. I only see answers when I look within. And having kids would only distract from that. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I just don't want to. For one, you need a lot of money to have kids. That's just a fact. Look, it's a lot less here in Thailand that you need, but look, you still need quite a bit. I don't know how much it is. Last time I looked, I think it was like $1 million some. I don't know, man. Tell me in the comments below. Let me know what you think, how much that is. But, I mean, it's a lot of money per kid. Every kid you got to send to school, you know. So that's kind of just a big obstacle right there. And I know that there's this narrative going around that you don't need to have that figured out. But I've seen parents struggle once they choose to have a kid. And it's not ideal. Having to work all day, and then you don't get to spend time with your kid. Hello? That's what you wanted, to spend time with your kid. No, you're not even spending time with them. And yeah, maybe there's some ways you can work from home and combine those things, but they conflict. You know they conflict. And then there's all this attachment that you develop to your partner because of it. You are stuck for 18 years with that person that you're married to when you have a kid. That terrifies me. I have never had a relationship last longer than a year and a half. And I just don't have that much faith in relationships to last that long. My parents, they got divorced as fast as they could after I left. And I left early because they were fighting so much. They fought while I was a teenager all the time. It's so sad how people can fight like this. Oh, they love each other and yet they hate each other. I don't want that for a child. I could never give that to a child. And I see this part of myself that is such a fighter. I'm a lover and a fighter. I'm spicy. I'm like a Thai chili over here. I love really hard and I fight really hard. And I don't want to put a kid through that, man. And just there's no guarantee that you're not going to at any point. Because you have to continue to develop yourself so that you aren't getting triggered by the other person. It's so much work being in a relationship. Have I mentioned that? It's constant work. And I just have other things that I want to work on. That's all. Don't hate me for it. Everyone can't be a parent. It's just not right for everyone. Some people want to go travel. Some people want to pursue and take their career dead serious. And that's me. I want to be a really good poet, a really good writer, a good YouTuber. And I want to travel and enjoy my life and go on motorbike trips. And I want to focus on spirituality. I am so in love with this fact that I get to be alive today, that I get to focus on these things, that I just don't have time. And yes, there is a part of me that is really sad about it, that feels like I'm missing out. Love, when I've felt it, is a beautiful thing. It's hard to not feel like you're capable of being in a long-term marriage. I love myself. I really do. And I know people love me. But I don't like that idea of marriage. And then part of me does, of course. Part of me feels would feel so safe and secure. But I'm not sure I came into this life to be safe and secure. I think I came here to grow, to learn, to challenge myself, to be the best version of myself that I can be. And there's a version of myself that's a dad and a husband. And there's a version of myself that is not. Part of me feels like that society views me harshly or negatively because I'm choosing this. And I think I just need to develop the equanimity to not care. Because at the end of the day, what does it matter what other people think? And I think making these videos is a good exercise in not caring what other people think. Because they've been commenting all kinds of stuff, man. So I kind of like it. I kind of like making these talking style, grandpa style videos. Subscribe if you're into it. Come on, hang around. But it is a battle within me. Should I be a husband? Should I have kids? One of the factors is that I can always change my mind. If I find somebody that I do want to do these things with, then I can do them at any point. I'm not like a woman that has a timetable where they can only have kids at certain times. I have a lot more flexibility. So there's just no rush. There's absolutely no rush. When you see the direction that the world is going, it just is so scary, man. It scares the ever-living bejesus out of me. With the climate, they're saying, there's these 9, turning points or things that if they happen, that there's no going back. And we've already gone past 7 of the 9. And if you even go past 1 of the 9, you should be shitting bricks. And now we've gone past 7, so we should be shitting 7 bricks. Come on. We are in dire straits. World War III, microplastics, AI. This stuff is absolutely mind-boggling and terrifying. At every turn, we are running into incredible obstacles. If we make it out of this, it's going to be a friggin' miracle. So, do I want to raise a kid in this? Look at the world with fresh eyes. Look at what's happening. And look at the news and tell me, do you want to raise a kid? Do you want to make another me? No. Why do you need to? Why isn't you enough? Use. It's a funny way to say that. And when is enough enough? How many kids do you need? Do you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? When is enough enough? Is it just a craving that you have to have a kid? Is it just aversion? You're using the kid as a distraction so that you don't have to pursue your career goals, your life goals, the hard things in life. A lot of people do that. Make it a distraction. And they shouldn't have. And I don't want that. I didn't come here to take the easy way out. I feel like having a kid would be the easy thing to do, actually. Just have a kid, focus on them, be a good dad, call it a day. I don't know, man. I just feel like it would be so easy to be a dad. I like hard things. I like going backpacking in the wilderness for days on end. I like doing long, off-road motorbike adventures, going camping. I like 10-day Vipassana retreats. I like trying weird new foods in weird countries. I like experiencing the breadth of humanity, of sharing, of having my time, protecting my time to do what I want to do, live the life I want to live. And I know how much of a time commitment having a child is. How many years of your life are you willing to give up for that? It's a lot. So if you disagree with me, let me know your opinion below, because I kind of feel like I already know what you're going to say. I've heard it all before. You're just scared. You're afraid of commitment. I've heard it. I've heard it. You know, people really judge me harshly for this. But it's because I love life. I love what this world is. I want to save this world as much as I can to prevent World War III, climate collapse, and the darkness that we're looking at. Mostly through spreading wisdom on this YouTube channel, writing poems on a typewriter at farmers markets. This is the kind of fun in life that I have. I find a lot of meaning in this. So, thanks for being here. I love you, and I'm proud of my mom for having me. She's passed away now, as of last year. But her spirit, her soul, lives on in me forever. And I'm so grateful for your mom that had you. What a miracle it is that we're here listening to each other. So, enjoy your life and be happy no matter what you choose.